We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome back to the Freak Show. I'm your host, BUMPY-MCSQUIGUMS, and today we're diving back into Dark Deity. Samara says, "What were you thinking? When Uncle finds out, we won't be welcome in our own lands." I had no choice, Samara. All of this is bigger than Aramor or Delia now. Friends, are you all right?
Hardly.
Well, I think it's fair to say that we've been better. The important thing is that we're safe now, thanks to you. Though I'm still not sure why you did it. Well, we're racing the sand glass against something far more dangerous than an army, and we're closer now than ever to knowing just who or what that is. I'm assuming you need our help to stop it?
Come on.
We should be fair, Irving. They just saved our lives. I think what's happening is related to the eternal aspects somehow. Then you returned for the stone. Not exactly. We have a friend, a student of history, who has aided us in our research. He recently made some kind of a breakthrough, and he wants us to come and meet him. Only he instructed us to bring a large force? Well, we've no plans to stop you, and it seems your uncle has plenty of troops to spare. We've tried. The war consumes his thoughts. He won't even pull a single scout from the front. All this to say, we were hoping you would come with us instead. This is absurd. Abandoning Red Hill to traipse around in the sands of Aramor, chasing stories of evil shadows and magic stones? I have to say, I'm not sure your liege would be so thrilled about that. Brooke, not helpful. But Lincoln, what if they're right? That is uncertain at best, but as the mercenary points out, whether or not Varric will be so miraculously forgiving again is not. Make no mistake, if we do this, Delia will be no safer a home for us than Aramor. Well, if they wanted us dead or captured, they could have had it their way. Seems clear to me they harbor no ill will.
Now what?
That's left for us here anyway. Nothing but ash and rubble we feared to find.
I've said my part.
You did say your part. Samara, if we entrust ourselves to your cause, I need your word on the throne of Aramor that all you've said has been both honest and sincere.
Of course.
You have my word. The oath is made, so be it.
We must.
And so shall it be honored. We'd better go. The sooner we catch up with Corvin, the better. Okay. There, sir. Fleeing the flames. The defensive party Varric dispatched. Are you sure it's them?
Yes, sir.
Sir Lincoln and the group from Brookstead. If I'm not mistaken, sir, they seem to be accompanied by Aramoran royalty. Should we pursue them?
Sir?
Sir? Should we rally the cavalry?
No.
No, if the innocents still live in Red Hill, they must be rescued. If not, they must be avenged. The deserters will meet justice soon enough.
Yes, sir.
That's not good. Et tu, Irving? That's the achievement I just got. In Red Hill, the party is overwhelmed and surrounded. They find themselves in dire straits. At their darkest moments, Sarah and Samara reappear, ordering the Aramoran force to let the party go. Once they are clear of danger, they explain to the group that they have further leads on the Necromancer. They have a contact, Corvin Galavar, who instructed them to bring a large force. As members of the Aramoran royal family, they are violating their uncle's orders by leaving Oasis. He was unwilling to spare the many forces, all of whom he has sent to various war efforts. Knowing the danger this necromancer might present, the sisters had no choice but to turn to their newfound friends. They travel now south to a discreet location in the Aramoran desert. Mistrust runs rampant among the group, but they are bound by a shared purpose. Are we really hustling? Look at us. The sisters are, okay. You've arrived. Good. It's time we altered our tactics of observation. Glad to see you too, Corvin. Forgive me, it's fine, really. I'd rather like when you get to the point. Well, I presume you've received my letter? Wouldn't want to weary you repeating myself.
Can it be?
Yes, Arima the Sonari. Do you think it's really him? Travels are for thinking, dear Sarah. Or Sarah. Research is for knowing. I am certain of it.
I'm sure of it.
I have been watching the road for some time. No other man, elf, or beast could so invariably rebuff challengers from every corner of Etlin. Then this is where he's conducting his trials. That's what I suspect, in an old ruin, just a half-day's trip north. I remember the first time I saw him before his exile. The story said not a drop of his blood ever mixed with the arena. That he's blessed by the god of competition himself. Do you think it's true? All good stories are true, Samara. Only not all true stories are factual. What? Huh? But the bit about the gods, that one does appear to have a scrap of fact attached to it. From what I've gathered, Arima holds Theron's aspect. Right, like the one we located in Drakenweld. Precisely. Only this one should possess a nature of a different kind entirely. One that reflects Theron's domain of competition. What more, I cannot say. So where did these aspects come from exactly? There are many competing theories on this subject, some quite ancient. One I find most compelling posits that during the Age of Ascension... I'm sorry I asked.
How boorish.
How boorish indeed. Listen, the important thing is we're here to help now. And not a moment too soon, I hear affairs on the front favor Aramor, now that Varric has his soldiers turning up every stone in search of some troublesome traitors. Word of that reached you already. Is it that dire?
All right.
Rare is a story that slips past these ears unheard. You don't have to tell me twice. I'll tell the others of Arima.
Certainly.
Very good. The day is old. We should start for the ruins in the morning. I expect we'll have to best him somehow if we want him to talk. Should we expect a fight? Most definitely. All right. Seems bad. Ooh, Corvan is going to be joining us. All right, what is he? He is... he was a rogue originally. Weird. All right, so we can make him a raider or a duelist. Why does it jumps weird for me? I don't really understand. It's fine. All right, so we already have a stalker and I think a thief. Come on, stalker and a thief. I think Sia's a thief. I think Brooke is a stalker. So do we make him a duelist or do we make him a raider? I say we make him a raider. Ambush, pillage, which is funny because, yeah, maybe the duelist is a better fit for him. Dexterous fighter that relishes in the exhilaration of facing opponents one-on-one. It just doesn't feel like it would be his style, just from the way the character seems. Piercing damage, chain armor. Power, dodge, crit accuracy with no adjacent player units. Dexterity. Allies within 2 tiles gain 8% mastery. Whatever, let's make him duelist. It's fine. That is the plan, the goal, the hope. We'll see if it's the dream or not. Alright, we got some bonds and a bunch of stuff to do here. We got Samara the Inquisitor, Sarah the Arcanist, Bianca the Reverie. We got a Dragoon, well, a whole bunch. So it looks like we're probably not even going to get into the combat this time, guys and gals. Which is fine. I don't mind building up some storyline stuff here. Alright, so Corvan and Samara are going to babble it out. Oh, sorry, it's Sarah and Samara, apparently. Finally, fair to say, we're in over our heads. More than usual. True enough. I'm still not sure how you plan to explain this to our family, but it keeps things exciting, I suppose. I prefer a little less excitement and a few more answers myself. That'll come in time, and after some more excitement. That's what I'm worried about.
Are you
Really?
sure?
What for? Take a look around. Irving, Elias, Bianca, they trust us now. At least more than they did. Even Lincoln's starting to come around. And they're certainly capable. I'm not sure if any of us are capable enough. We don't even know what we're up against. You never know until you're actually in the thick of it. Remember that botany stuff you forgot about until the day our tutor came to visit?
Unbelievable.
Of course I remember. Even with everything else on my mind, I still have nightmares about it. Incredible. I don't think a word you said about that plant was true, but you spoke with such confidence. I bet he's still putting its leaves in his tea as a sleep remedy. Yeah, I was right about the blossoms. They're pink. I checked. Of course you did. Well, anyway, I see your point. And in an ideal world, you're right. There's nothing to worry about, and these are all baseless doubts. I just hope that's the world we live in. Either way, we'll find out soon enough.
We must.
We will. All right. Irving, the Dragoon. Your friends seem to trust you very much, Irving, with their lives even. I'm sure they have good reason to. The Academy trained us all to be leaders as well as soldiers. They've trained you well. I appreciate that. Were you always so eager to for war with my people? No, I'm not eager for it even now. A soldier should never be eager for war. Or peace. Only eager to follow commands? Well, an army without obedience is not an army. It would be a raiding party at best. Or a mob. Some armies aren't so unlike mobs. Their own kingdoms are better than that. What makes you so sure? They stood down the moment you gave them an order. Their obedience to you saved our lives. And what if I had asked them to tear you limb from limb? Then I suspect they would have obeyed the orders as well. That's not a pleasant thought, but you would never do that. Because someone has, in turn, ordered me not to? No, but you're still practicing a type of obedience. You're obedient to your heart, in a way.
Of course.
I can live with that. I think that's what I'm trying to say, actually. Our world would do better to prioritize a higher form of obedience. If it makes the world better, I'm all for it. I see, that wasn't too bad. I appreciated that one. Again, some of these are just god-awful and horrible, but that wasn't that bad. Alright. Oh my god. It's like if you do inputs too quickly, it just like bounces back on itself or something. I don't know. Alright. Samara, let's see what... No. Now we're on Samara. Alright, let's see what Samara has to say to Bianca. God, Samara, you're shivering like crazy. Are you alright? Huh? Oh, I'm alright.
Huh?
Do you mind if I sit down with you?
If you say so.
I suppose that's fine. Do you always sit alone when you're feeling overwhelmed?
I can't help it.
I don't like for other people to see. Have I ever told you about the town I grew up in, Kirch? We've never spoken longer than 5 seconds, Bianca. So, no. It's a beautiful place, really. People talk about Red Hill and its rolling hills, but they never mention Kirch. A little further out of the way, sure, but it's just as beautiful, if not more. Anyway, my older brother and I would spend all day long just running around in the cornfields when we were younger. That sounds nice. I never really had the chance to frolic as a child. Well, you're a princess. I am a commoner.
This makes no sense.
I wish people would stop using that word. There's no difference between you and I. I frolicked, you learned. That's the difference. Even if it's an unimportant one. You don't see me any differently.
How cute.
Of course not. I see. Thank you for sitting with me. This was all just a distraction, huh?
Could be.
Depends on how you look at it, now doesn't it? Okay, that was a bit weird, but that's fine. Bianca, what do you got for me? Oh, Lincoln and Sia, huh? Alright. 2 esteemed captains in the Delian army, now deserters. How in the Black Abyss did this happen? Well, we weren't so esteemed after we added stop a village from being razed by bandits to our itinerary. Remember that? I do. And what great use that memory is to me now. Never said it would be.
No.
No, you didn't. Look, Varric's not the man he was when either of us enlisted. We both know that. True, but he is still the king.
Ugh.
Why should that mean anything when he's broken every other oath he's uttered? And the crown has lost its weight. That feels like an understatement.
Troubling.
I don't know. If Sterling felt the same way, he'd be with us right now. There must be more to the story. Well, whatever it is, we're staying loyal to our oath to protect Varric's subjects, even if he isn't. He once taught me the difference between fidelity and blind loyalty, remember? Good to know you're paying attention. Now and again. Alright, that's fair. That's fair. Alright, see ya. Can you believe how far we've come since Duskwater? Of course I can believe it. It's the grand adventure I always yearned for. I knew I would get it someday. You know, it's alright to get a little homesick. I do. I miss my mom and pop sometimes, but there wasn't much in Duskwater to miss. Okay. Why would I be homesick? Home doesn't need to be interesting or fun. It's a place of safety, a place you can be comfortable. A lot of cold comfort coming our way recently. Yeah, things have been a little rocky. Doesn't mean I'm ready to go running home to Mama. No, I wouldn't think so. Just want to check in and see where your head is. On my shoulders last I checked. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. You and I are really one older brother away from being the same person. How do you mean? You lived in a small town that you felt wasn't big enough for what you wanted out of life. So did I. Without my brother moving us to Sojourn, I may still be there. You're braver than I ever was. Oh. I don't know about that. You're sort of like a rock for me. I look to you to know how to act. You'd have much better manners if that were really the case. No, I do. Not when we're sitting around or traveling, obviously, but when things get tense, you know the world better than I do. Well, not for long. You're learning fast, and we've seen more than our share of conflict already. Got a feeling we won't be seeing the end of it anytime soon. I think we all have that feeling. Do you really look to me? More than I'd care to admit, actually. Wow, that's a weird feeling, honestly. I don't know how I feel about it. Well, next time we're in mortal danger and you feel a little heat on the back of your head, that's me sitting, staring at you. It's creepy, really.
How cute!
I'd say a lot of things could describe you, Sia. Creepy is not one of them. You really make me feel like a better soldier, you know? You're so much more than a soldier, and don't let old Lincoln tell you any different. He cares in his own way. Thank you for confiding in me, Sia. I'm glad we had this talk. Sure thing, Captain. Captain, my captain. Alright, we're gonna go with Marin now. Who's she gonna talk to? To Benji. What's up, Benj? You sure have a lot of energy, Benji.
Hey!
Yeah, I get that a lot. My friends used to say my parents put fertilizer in my breakfast. That's an unpleasant thought. Hey, peak performance takes commitment. Well, I can't argue with that. Did you grow up around Red Hill?
Nothing less.
Yep,
than the
born and
best.
raised. It's a great place. Always something to do.
Really?
Really? I'm a little surprised. That's why some rural folk, I hate that word, move to big cities, you know, to be part of the action.
It's simple.
Wherever Benji goes, he brings the action. Best way to win every race is to never slow down. I knew students at the academy who would have said the same. They were lots of fun to be around. Oh yeah, I never spent too much time socializing though. Plenty to keep you busy on a farm. Sounds about right. Well, maybe this is your big chance to see the world. I would have been happy to stay right at home, but no one burns down Benji's home without a fight. Besides, I'm always up for a challenge. That's good to hear. I'm sure the battles to come will challenge all of us. We'll need all the help we can get. Well, Benji doesn't pull punches. You won't have to worry about that. Just be sure to pace yourself. It's hard to improve when you're injured. I always pace myself as fast as I can go. A scrape or two's nothing a healer can't handle. Well, then you better stick close to one. Or you better keep up. Oh, boy. Indubitably. All right, so Benji's done. We got Brooke and Garrick and Sia again. And a whole bunch of others. All right, we got a lot, folks. We got a lot. Oh, more Benji talk. Oh, goody. My brain. Great Tara, Brooke. You are one scary lady. Am I?
Blast.
Boo. Oh, wrong kind of boo. Boo! Ah, there we go. Ha! To most people, I mean, it takes a lot more than that, scare old Benji. Is that so? Did I ever tell you how I got this scar on my ankle? I don't think so. If you look carefully, you'll see. They're bite marks from a man. I strangled him to death with my legs as I hung from the ceiling.
No way!
Gods, what did he do? He looked at me in a strange way, kind of like how you're looking at me now.
Whoa!
Oh, I'm sorry, Brooke. Really sorry, honest. I didn't know. Benji, I'm kidding. He was a slaver. Oh, well, I definitely don't do anything like that. Good. It should keep assassins like me off your back. For the most part.
Hey, thanks!
Got it. Thanks for the tip. I gotta go get a workout in. But it was great to chat. See ya. Poor kid. Yeah, a little creepy. A little creepy there, Brooke. Jeez. All right. Garrick and... no, not Benji. Yay, not Benji. See ya. Can't believe you just pulled that off. We pulled that off, Garrick. I'm letting you take occasional credit for my genius. We've been over this.
Are you sure?
So now what? We wait? This is too good. What if Lincoln walks in before Bianca does? He won't. I memorize their schedules. Bianca's going to freak out when she thinks Lincoln has really been in love with her this whole time. Where did you learn to forge handwriting like that? Do you have any idea how many drunken love letters I've had written to me? Let alone the countless ones that were given to me to pass on to someone else? You read the ones for other people.
Really?
Of course I do. Sometimes I even change little details and ruin them or make them better. It was a good hobby, really. That is positively evil. But I only changed the ones that obviously had no chance or needed the help.
You're really something.
That doesn't really make it any better. Letters are private.
Can you not?
What's got up your pants today? Are you forgetting that you were just all in for us forging a love letter to Bianca? Well, that was before I realized the framework came from other people's suffering.
Oh, come on.
Oh, don't be so dramatic. Half of them didn't even remember writing the next day. What are you hiding now? Well, maybe I'm working on a letter of my own.
Could have fooled me.
Whoa. Hold your horses. You what now? I said maybe I'm working on a letter of my own. And you thought it was a good idea to tell me this.
Hardly.
Of course not, but you yelled at me to tell you, so I did. Fair. I do that sometimes. Who would this letter happen to be for? Wouldn't you like to know? I would. And you're not going to tell her. Okay, well, that's great. Next. Oh, God. Oh, there's more Benji. No, not more Benji. All right, see ya. Who do you talk? Oh, you talked to Caius. Okay, is that it? Okay, just Caius. So I hear you were part of some super secret task force for the Aramorans.
Uh-huh.
Do you now? I wonder how accurate the sources you're listening to are. Oh, I'm an old hand at gathering information. I think they're rather reliable. Interesting. Some sort of spy. You look Delian. You could say that. I spent years manipulating people to make it so we all got what we wanted. Lots of coin in it. I can imagine. Back with my team, we valued our informants greatly. It's an underappreciated art getting information out of people that they don't want to give you or they don't want you to have. I couldn't agree more. It's refreshing to meet someone that understands the merits of my profession. It's not as easy as it looks.
Well,
I can imagine you making it look pretty easy. Well, look at you go. That was pretty bad, huh? Atrocious, but I'll give you an A for effort. That's what I wanted, a consolation prize. Well, what is it that you do want? I can't imagine your plans landed you in the ranks of a double-deserting group of degenerates. I can't say they did. What a mouthful, but you're not wrong. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know that I was happy where I was, truly, but who knows where we're headed now. Just along for the ride, huh? From what I gather, you spent a long time floating around someone else's current. You don't strike me as the kind to set up your own pace. Or set your own pace, excuse me. You know, once upon a time I wasn't. Maybe one day I'll get back there. Though life as a big fish in a small pond was bad, I just didn't stop to think about how big the other pawns get. Pretty damn big, as it turns out. You must be used to that, though, as a spy yourself. Oh, I was a small-town barmaid. Every time I think I have this group figured out, it throws me for a loop. What is a small-town barmaid doing in the most wanted military group on the continent? Sitting around talking to people who were supposed to be my enemies, I guess. Fair. Alright, looks like it's just Sophia and Benji left. Then we'll break off the episode. Alright, Sophia. God, I can't imagine what Benji's going to say about your pet ferret. Oh, boy. Hey, Benji, I just wanted to tell you, what you did back there at the aqueducts, charging in like that all by yourself, I thought that was super brave.
Hey, thanks!
Thanks, Sophia. Honestly, I didn't even think about it. If you can believe that. Oh, yeah, no, we can totally believe that, Benji. Completely.
Wish I could do
Wow,
that.
so it was just like a natural instinct for you? Exactly, no better way to describe it. Sounds like you've always had a warrior spirit in you.
Come on.
Absolutely. In fact, I already just happened to be wearing my dad's old armor. That was really good thinking. Was he a warrior too? Oh yeah, I've got a big legacy to live up to with him being a war hero and everything. So when enemies started attacking the aqueducts, I knew I had to defend my home. Who else would have, you know? Doesn't Red Hill have a militia? I mean, aren't there people who are supposed to defend it if it comes under attack, like a garrison? Yeah, we might have had one of those, but I knew they wouldn't stand a chance without me. Besides, they were probably too busy to defend the aqueducts.
Uh-huh.
Well, that makes sense. He definitely made a big difference in that battle. I should hope so, after all that training. I'm glad to have something to show for it.
Nothing less.
I think that proved to everyone I'm ready to make a profession out of my skills. It's time to show the world what Benji's got.
Yep.
Yeah, woohoo! Did she turn into Wario all of a sudden? What was that? It's fine. It's fine. All right, ladies and gentlefolk, that is going to do it for this episode. Next episode, we'll do the quick upgrades and inventory stuff. And, well, the bonds are done. We'll be able to dive into the next combat and see what happens in Chapter 9, Lord of the Wastes. Till then, I've been your host, BUMPY-MCSQUIGUMS. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show. We play, we fight, we conquer.